Hey guys, welcome to another video. So today what we're going to do is explore some of the FX cards that come with the Solar 42. Now the Solar 42 is a very powerful synth in and of itself, but it has these cartridges basically that you can add to the synth and then have different effects. And the way that the effects work is that there's a couple effects per cartridge on basically a XYZ plane, and what you'll do is affect those three planes, and that affects the effect in different ways. Whatever the effects are, if it's a delay, might affect delay time, it might affect feedback, different things like that, or whatever the effect does. Now, to make this also for you guys useful, what I've done is I've tuned the synth into C, so that anytime you hear me hit this, right, whether I'm adding effects to it or not, what you guys can do is then sample that and use that in your own productions. So with the samples that you guys will be able to get off of me playing the keyboard, you guys can import that into your DAW, and then in your DAW what you can do is that basically once you play and find the things you like, and by the way, this will be in the description so you can click it and download it. There will be a way that you can then import it into your sampler and then you can use it. So let me show you how that would work. In Ableton, I have my simpler. I'll just randomly cut a piece of the audio file that I had recorded. So once I've imported it into the simpler, what you guys can see is if I play it on the keyboard, so it's kind of like a sound library that I just gave for you guys. So if you think that's helpful or cool, if you want to hit that subscribe, that would be pretty cool for me. Anyway, let's keep going. You'll be able to use it in whatever sampler you want to, and if you place it in there, since it's on C, you'll be able to play it out on a keyboard. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of added value from this video. The cards all have different names, and I want to go through them all. When you get the synth, it comes already with the infinity card. That's like a reverb delay combo. But what I want to start with is the magic card. And the magic card is basically a crazy feedback delay kind of thing. And let's go through some of the sounds basically. One last thing before I get started, we're going to go through the sounds now, but the volumes on this video are going to be completely crazy because it's very hard to keep the dynamics of this synth reined in, meaning that like I'll be going, it's going to go places, it's going to get loud, okay, so be careful. On the synth, you can have a blend knob where it can have the full effects wet or dry or a mix. I'm going to give it to you wet for a second. That's the magic card. It does cool things. I mean, I don't want to spend a lot of time. I probably spend more time than you guys care about right now, but let's go on to the next one. The cards are colored, and I'm going to stay in the blue cards for a second. The reason why is because the card styles are kind of similar, meaning that the next one is called ochre. So very cool, right? The ochre card is pretty sick. This next one is called Time. So what you'll notice is that some effects are pretty strong and present. Other effects are a little bit more mellow. The time effect, I feel, kind of falls into the more mellow category. It can be useful. I don't think everything needs to be super in your face, but at the same time, compared to the previous two, it can sound a little bit quiet. When you get the Solar, it comes with the white one called Infinity. You can listen to that now. And then going on to the next one, we have another white card here. And the white card here is called Cathedral. So this is like a reverb. So the reverb is nice. What the problem with the reverb is that there are pedals, like even the hologram, that do reverb very well in their own way. And then there's like other pedals that do reverb even better. So half the time you're going to have maybe a better reverb. If you're into this stuff, you probably already have a better reverb than the reverb that you're going to have on the Solar. The black one coming up now is called Digital. Digital, I think, I have to remember, but I think it's a sort of distortion. So the thing about the distortion is that the synth has its own, if you take off all the effects, the synth has also its own distortion. But that's a different kind of distortion than you get from the one on the card. other card is called String Ringer. If you guys can guess what that might be, write it in the comments. On ring modulators and like sample and hold and stuff like that, I like it if the signal's completely wet because then you can get the super robot sound. So that's definitely a cool effect and one that's more fun to play with than some of the others. The red cards are coming up next, and the red cards, I don't want to give you guys I don't want to color your opinion a whole lot, but the red cards, I don't know if they're as cool. And the reason why I say they're not as cool is not because they're not cool. The reason why I think it's okay, I mean it's not great, is because it's a pitch shifter and the whole synth is basically based around tuning stuff. So it's like if you give it another tuner, it doesn't really add more because everything tunes already. So I don't really think that one is as useful. The other red card is called the Synthex. Let's play with that for a second. And maybe in the comments, if like I'm missing something, like if that was a really cool card and you guys know about it, but I'm like skipping over it, let me know, please. How would you guys even define that as an effect? That effect baffles me. I'm a little bit confused about it, I'll be honest with you. Only one of the cards is green. The card is called Generator. Let's see what that does. 2 filters on the Solar already. So if you put in this third card, it's almost as if you had 3 filters. But it seems like the effects card takes over more on top of the other 2 filters, and it's basically leading. It's almost as if it was like a master filter. So the green card is definitely up there with the cool cards, I think. Let's run through the last 3 cards. Last 3 cards are yellow, and the first one is called Vibro Trem. So this is going to be like a tremolo kind of thing. Now, in the comments, don't kill me, because what I'm playing for you guys today is the main, what I call the main version of the effect, because like I said before, all the effects have different ways you can have them kind of turned on. So you can have part of the right side of the effect, the left side of the effect doing different things. But what I have it set up on is basically whatever impacts, in my opinion, the effect the most. What is giving you the opportunity to hear the effect the clearest? That's what I've decided to do in this video. So in the comments, don't kill me if you're like, yeah, well, you only played one of the effects. What I did is like played the effect is the one that you guys can hear the most, basically. This next one's called Filter. It could be that the card is corrupted. Maybe that's the case. You know, this is all hand-built stuff, and it's not mass-produced. So out of all of this, maybe there could be some kind of something not working there, but I would have to look into it deeper. Last one, Vibe. Last one for today. So you guys, that's the video. I wanted to give you guys some um, valuable info, but also things that you can use in your own music because, as I said at the beginning, by me having it on the C, you guys can import it into your samplers, and that way you can play out what I sound sourced in a way for you. So if that's useful for you guys, or if you appreciate that, a subscribe or like would be cool. And more videos like this coming up. I like to do tutorials that are not tutorials, meaning that like there's a bunch of very technical guys out there, and I have some technical stuff on my YouTube as well. But what I want to do is give you guys maybe more feeling-based stuff, and also, if possible, something that you can use as well. Anyway, thank you guys always, and looking forward to seeing you again. So, peace.